What's up, y'all? This is Shante. Here with MOBoombox, you know what I'm saying? Got my man Duce right here. We're going to go ahead and get this started.
Yes, sir.
This is for the Spotlight. Just doing background interviews on up-and-coming artists in the DMV area. So, excited to have my guy here. Like I was telling him just now, I heard about him through my boy Steve. Shout out to Steve. Steve the engineer.
Sure.
And Steve had posted something, I think it was his Two Sides of Every Story project, and he had posted that on his Instagram. And like me being who I am, I'm always like interested in finding new artists and stuff. So I clicked on it and I heard the first song I actually heard, bro, was the sauce joint.
Oh yeah.
That shit was just groovy as fuck. So I was jamming or whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, he got it. And but after I listened to the whole project, I appreciated that you like were speaking about a lot of different topics, just real life relatable guys. So Duce, man, first we're gonna start it off. I just want you to introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying? Let the people know who you are, where you from.
Why not Duce, man? Why not Duce? From a small town about an hour away from Richmond called Waverly, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of a collective called Why Not Us. It's a couple more people in our group that are artists, rap, sing, make clothing. So I'm just part of
everything.
Like a part of a big ass brand, and we just trying to push the culture forward and trying to get our voices heard. So for sure.
Word. Well, I'm glad to have you, bro. Excuse all the noise. They got the emergency people out here. We out here at Virginia Union right now, the campus. So some real Virginia Richmond shit. So we here, man. But first of all, you was just speaking about it, the Why Not movement. Like, what is that about? Like, who's on the team and stuff?
Man, I got a couple people.
Yeah.
But artists, as far as artists, Why Not Hotch? You probably heard of them.
Mm-hmm. Didn't y'all just drop a project, right?
We dropped the duo jump together. Bro, really, he picking up steam, too. Like, a lot of people fucking with me hard. Too hard, for sure. And we got a couple projects coming up, duo jumps coming up. He already dropped his debut jump called Trap Blues.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't heard that, go ahead and fuck with that.
Trap Blues.
But yeah, it's a couple people, man, that's behind the scenes. Like, it's a lot of people. I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, go through the whole list.
Yeah. Count them off.
Yeah, I love all y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Why not?
Word. That's what's up. So that's your team. That's your camp.
Yeah.
Have you known all these people since you were like younger, or y'all just met up, or what?
So Why Not Hotch? We basically grew up together, like Head Start type shit.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we click up, it ain't even about music. Sometimes niggas just chilling.
Right. It's a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what most of them for real. I met a couple of them in like college or whatever. Like my freshman year, like we was on the same type hall and shit, and ever since then, like, you know what I'm saying, niggas done graduated in their careers and shit, and we still close knitted. So
right,
you know what I'm saying, and we believing in something that's bigger than us. So like when we say why not, you know what I'm saying, it's like why not you? Like not even like, oh, this is my clique, y'all can't get in. I want everybody to have why not before they name. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a movement, just regarding chasing your dreams. So like why not me? Why can't I be the next, you know what I'm saying, nigga that sell out the scope or the garden or whatever, you know what I'm saying, maybe that is or whatever. So,
that
sure.
sounds like some like no limitations type shit, like no limits, we can do whatever, capture the whole fucking world if we want to. That's what's up though. I believe in that too. So what exactly like made you start rapping? Like when did you start?
I started about in like freshman year of college.
Okay.
But I've been rapping since like high school. You know how niggas be kicking, you know what I'm saying, flavor and shit.
Yeah.
Beat on
the
the
table.
You know what I'm saying? You on the bus, you know what I'm saying,
Facts.
rapping and shit. But it really started like, goddamn, I was with this girl, like, and like it was like a big heartbreak, and I was like, damn, I was writing shit every day, like notes in my notes, typing shit,
right,
like, just to help relieve myself. And then goddamn,
it helps too though.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
It was like therapy. Then I was like, damn, this shit starting to rhyme. Like it was turning to poems. I'm like, man, I should write a book.
Right, right.
I should write a book.
Nigga want to be an author first.
I should write a book. Then I started thinking, like, you know what I'm saying, I used to rap. I had a couple songs like on YouTube and shit, like little stupid shit, like you using a game mic, you know what I'm saying, you plug it in the controller.
Right.
But then I was like, yeah, let me go ahead, you know what I'm saying, write my feelings out. And my first whole album was just me, like, evoking my feelings, like, just saying whatever, like, I was writing for therapy, like, I was putting it into rhyme. So
okay,
that's what made me, like, fall in love with it, for sure.
Did you ever put that project out? Is that on the ones on Apple Music or anything?
That's out. No Beginner's Luck, what it's called.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was like, because I was looking on your like Apple Music profile. That was like back in what, 16, 17 or something like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. That's what's up. And to see how you've like grown now, I see you doing opening up for different acts. We was talking about that the other day, like with Wife and Lucci, and then Light Skin Keisha and stuff like that. Who are some of the other people that you've opened up for and stuff?
Casey Veggies. I actually opened up for Casey Veggies.
I fuck with Veggies. You got like cool little vibe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's a cool ass nigga too. Like, ain't with that Hollywood type shit. Most niggas you meet, they be on that type of vibe. But yeah, he a real down to earth person. I opened for him in like SOBs in New York, so you know how SOBs.
That's like a staple in like the hip hop culture. Hell yeah.
What? I'm on stage like, what the fuck? Like, man, I'm just a little country nigga from around. You know what I'm saying? But God will put you in those places. Like when you, whatever you put into this shit, that's what you get out. So, Casey Veggies. I just did a joint for Casanova at the Scope. Okay. The Trap the Vote joint. That was real crazy because like I wasn't even thinking I was gonna be on stage, and then my man's hit me, Jay Bray, shout out 757 Radio. Okay. He's like, bro, like just come down here, bro. I'm like, I ain't really do the I'm So VA challenge. I ain't really do it. I ain't writing nothing to it, but I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with it. Right. Like, bro, just come down here. And I came down that jump. I actually wasn't supposed to be on stage for real, but then he was like, bro, just go ahead, kick your shit.
That's crazy how that worked, bro.
Exactly.
The universe really do be working. God be working, man. Like, that's amazing. Because I saw that the video on your Instagram. Yeah. They was fucking with it. That's tough, though. Sure. That's what's up. So, regarding, like, and I've heard, like, some of your music and stuff. Yeah. When I hear it, my impression is, like, you got, like, this melodic, unique sound.
Appreciate that.
It's like a rap, sing type vibe. Yeah. But it's like you're speaking on real life situation. Like I said, I can relate to a lot of it, and we're gonna get into that a little in a minute. But if you had to personally like define your sound, what would you like? Could you, or like how would you define that? You know what I'm saying?
That's so hard, but I can put it into like a perspective from like who I listen to the most. So I had J. Cole over here and then Young Thug over here. Yeah, so it's just like,
I get it.
It's just like both of my ears, like I love them as artists like equally. So like.
That's tough.
I want to try to say, like, you know what I'm saying, like, great artists is still, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So, great artists is still good artists, bar. That's all it is, man. I'm just listening to who I fuck with the most, and it just running down on me. Right. And then I add my own little unique flow to it. Yeah. Like, I grew up in the church, so, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like melodies and stuff you hear, that's being in church for like 18 years. Yep. Like, hearing it every Sunday, like little hymns and shit. So
that's real.
Yeah, for sure.
I get that. I was speaking of Cole, I had back in, this was like 13. Yeah. He had a tour, What Dreams Were Made tour, him and Wale or whatever. Yeah, sure. And I went to see him at Chrysler Hall in 75 in Norfolk.
Hey, that's crazy. We probably was there together.
Yeah, I was there, bro. I actually got to meet the dude, like my hype beast fan ass. It was like I met him
on the same vibe.
Talked to him. That shit was crazy. Like if I ever meet bro in life, I'm gonna have, like I got the pictures and I'm gonna show you after this. Bro, I got the pictures and everything, bro. That shit's crazy. But to see like him from then to like where he is now, it's amazing, bro. And like. I've been a fan and watching his journey, and I always felt like he's gonna pop. Exactly. Like he's gonna pop. So,
and that's what make you gravitate to people too. Like once you see them laying that foundation, and when they finally do it be more than, man, that's just an artist. Nah, like I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
He a part of like my whole little, you know what I'm saying, get up. So
that's real. I remember bumping Cole like freshman year high school type shit. You know what I'm saying? When he was first coming out and popping off, signing with Rock Nation and all that shit. So. Shout out to Cole. That's definitely one of my favorite rappers of all time. So, speaking of favorite rappers of all time, you said Cole here, Thug there. Would you put them on your top 5 list?
Yeah, you know how people be with the lyricism and him like rap. So like, it depends what we talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? As far as me, I would like for what they did for me, but. If we putting a list together, we talking about lyricism, then you know what I'm saying, I can't go Thug. Right. Or we talking about as far as like vibes and melodies, and I can't go Cole. I can go Cole, because Cole do that a little bit, but I really can't go Cole. So.
He got some bangers just like that, but I feel it. I feel it. It just depends on like what, because I feel like with rap or hip hop or whatever, it's different subgenres within. You know what I'm saying? What rap is, because it's not just the beat bop like it was back, you know, when it first started out. So
and it's evolving too.
Exactly, I understand that. I'm gonna have to go. Cole is like, for me, and just like the type of, like you said, I fuck with like the Thugs and all this shit that get me lit. I was just listening to Thug on the way here. So
moves, like whatever.
It's a different mood. You feel me?
Mood,
it gotta be adaptable to the mood. So I understand that one. And so like you said, you've been like kind of starting. You know, you started music back in like 17, 16. Well, putting out music, as to this date, what would you say has been a few of your biggest like challenges, whether it's life, whether it's just like the actual music industry and career and being in this area? What are some of like the biggest challenges that you've had to see and overcome to like continue to strive, you know, for your dreams?
I had to realize that this shit is like a sport. Like it's goddamn cutthroat as it may sound. Like a lot of motherfuckers just like probably buzzing or really like doing it where you from.
Right.
They ain't really trying to show you love, like, or they ain't really trying to like you know what I'm saying? It's a competition. So I had to really realize like this is a competition. Like he doesn't owe you anything. Like
right.
Or that person doesn't owe you anything. And like I started carrying it the same way. Like some people like, yo, I charge for the futures and all that. I didn't understand it when I started, but like now I do, because I see how much like I'm putting into it. Like so if I'm putting this bread into my craft. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at yourself as a service, like a brand. So that and also just staying focused, man. You gotta be crazy to believe in this type of game, this type of dream. It's like 1,000,001 chance. Like if you wanna be honest, like you wanna be real about it, you gotta be a little crazy just to believe in this shit.
Facts.
For sure. Just trying to like stay on the, like, you know what I'm saying, on my grind with it, for sure.
Right. How do you find the time for it? Because I feel like it's pretty much like entrepreneurship for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in today's like time and society, like we still got bills. Exactly. We still gotta deal with real life, going to work and shit. Exactly. And then like sometimes you get off work, you tired. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like that little fire in the back of your head that's like, dang, I don't really feel like doing this shit today, but this overall bigger goal and dream is something that's worth fighting for. So like, what is it in the back of your head that continues to is it like a person or like like something that keeps you motivated to keep going? You know what I'm saying?
It be a fire though. It depends. Like when I first started off, like it was a little heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Then I got over that. So you know what I'm saying? You digging deeper into yourself. Like, all right, man. When I did it, I put that out, and it was just like therapy for me, and then people like gravitated to it. So then I'm like, all right, I can't just like, you know what I'm saying, chill. Like people really looking at me like, damn, bro, I listen to you. Like every day somebody
keep going.
Every day somebody posting my music like, yo, I'm fucking with this, and that gave me motivation. And also, my mom passed when I was like 12, right? And she always used to tell me like, you gonna be big, like you gonna be a star. Right. Like, you know how your mom and you know what I'm saying, your people tell you that. Like, they
talking you
up,
tell you that, give you that confidence.
Exactly, but in my mind, I'm like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if her passing was a part of a bigger picture, a part of something, like, you know what I'm saying, that drive me to want more than just going to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every day, like, so for sure, like, that give me energy every day. Like, I'm waking up, I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
that's a blessing within itself.
I gotta do what I believe in.
Right.
Sure.
That's how I feel too, because like you said, like being here, people, I feel like we wake up every day, we just so used to the routine. You forget how like that's a blessing. Like God still got you here on this earth, bro, and like you can't let that go to waste. I can attest to like losing a parent too. Like I lost my pops when I was 17. I think it was like January before I graduated high school, right? So I'm like, you know how that's a different type of situation, trauma or whatever. But I remember, like, he always used to tell me, you can be anything that you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. Just keep God first and just believe in yourself and go get it. And that, like you said, for me, that's something that when I wake up in the morning, like, when I'm tired and I don't want to do it, it's like, yo, you got to keep going. Like, you still have this life that he no longer has. You got to keep putting on for yours. So, that's... Yeah, you feel me? That's crazy. That's real life, bro. I understand where you're coming from with that one. And so I want to go into this because this is one of the songs that stood out to me on the Two Sides project, if you don't mind. Your song Depression at the end of the tape, right? Yeah. So I heard a few things in there. You spoke about your mom. I heard you speak about your grandmother. heard you speak about your father, who's a preacher, correct?
Yeah,
so like, and I feel like I have similarities to that situation because I'm from a small town. I'm from a county called Not Duce, Virginia, about 45 minutes outside of Richmond. So it's like country, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My family, I grew up in the church, grew up, singing in the choir. I grew up, my dad was a deacon, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. So I'm curious as to, like, when you're speaking these things on that song, I think a lot of people will see you're brought up in the church, you shouldn't be dealing with mental issues or like mental health issues, or like God is should be able to heal you from this, or not saying that he couldn't, but like I think people sometimes forget that those two don't necessarily have to be simultaneous. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to speak on like how do you deal with handling your own depressions and sad episodes or whatever you want to call it. Also knowing that you're a spiritual person and like your father's a preacher, and I know you got that in you somewhere. So it's like, how do you balance that in this type of industry? Because this is this is the rap game. Like, let's be real. That's like, how do you balance that? You know what I mean?
I would say like my father being like who he is, he don't push it down on me. And that was one big thing like that helped me like be me, like be myself. Like he not forcing like, yo, you gotta be the next preacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not
some
doing
green
that.
leaf.
Exactly. Like you my son, you gonna preach like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the people that mean the most to me. So if he would have evoked that to me, like I probably wouldn't be rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, like I won't say he not every pastor, but he not like at the end of the day, he's a human too. Like, and he know like what he do has no bearing on how I'm supposed to live my life. Like, you can lead me and, you know what I'm saying, shelter me as to where you want me to go. As long as I don't lose those core values, and I never will for sure. Yeah. So like, yeah, he like him just letting me like, you know what I'm saying, do me. That help a lot. And as far as like that battle, it's more mental. People think like. So it's mental, physical, and spiritual for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people like get those three kind of mixed up. Right. Like being mentally, like, you know what I'm saying, incompatible with like certain situations, is nothing wrong with that. Like, people go through that all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And as far as like what helped me, like, I don't feel like I have a religion. I feel like I have like a relationship with God. Like I can talk to him, like type. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people think it's just like go to church on Sundays. And,
the Bible this.
Yeah, yeah. So like it's not like that. And for me, it's more of me like trying to find myself. Like, cause I'd be a liar to say I need to stand up on Sunday and preach cause my dad preached. Like, or. But for any reason, try to like, you know what I'm saying, make gospel music, like just strictly, like, cause I know like I've been a part of both lives. Like I done seen some crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, I see some crazy shit. So just for me to just like, you know what I'm saying, being from both worlds, I feel like that's an audience I can talk to as well. Right. So like I said, physically, like, you know what I'm saying, mentally and spiritual, like the spiritual aspect of things, like sort of how Nip mother was, like when he passed, like people don't see like she's on another level. Yeah, she on like accepting that and being able to like cope. And people don't realize that that's a real place. Like, like you can be like, and like I'm just not there yet. So like everything just playing into one, you know what I'm saying, one another. Like, you know what I'm saying. So just that constant battle of those three things that I try to like keep. Like, you know what I'm saying, level it up. Right. So, yeah, makes sense. Sure. I understand that. I think that, like, I agree with you, like, when it comes to, like, the religion and understanding that spirituality isn't necessarily religion. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I think that having your own relationship with God and being able to talk to him, like, I'm pretty sure you can, too. Like, I can attest to testimonies in my life, bro, when I've been low. And if it wasn't for, God and that relationship with him, I don't know what would be up right now. So, I definitely agree with you there. I think you got to keep a balance with everything that you do. Life is about balance, bro. Like, that's why I got that shit tatted on me now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You really got to. Right now. Yeah, you got to. You got to keep the balance. But, let's get back to, like, the music a little bit more. So, like I said, my first experience to listening to your music was the Two Sides to Every Story. So,
define that tape. Like, what was that for you?
Oh man, I had so much fun like making that tape.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I'm saying, like I done been from like both life, like being in church, being in the streets. You know what I'm saying, like being on my own in college. Like I wouldn't say I done seen it all, but I done seen enough. So that tape was just basically like me, like, you know what I'm saying, being myself. Like, cause my first tape, it was more like conscious, don't cuss, like don't do this, like don't make no club music, like, you know what I'm saying. But then I second jump, like, let me get loose, you know what I'm saying. Let me let people in to like know the full like me, like you know what I'm saying. So that's what that tape was about. Two sides to every story, my, you know what I'm saying, the good side, the bad side, turn up side, the conscious side. Let me just relax on. Nah, let me turn. You know what I'm saying? So it was basically like bringing all that together in one tape. So it
really was, bro. That's what I was saying. Like when I heard it, like that's how I was introduced to your music. And when I heard it, I was like, it's a little bit of everything on here,
sure.
And it really shows your versatility with that. You know, with how you create in your content and stuff. So I thought that was a dope project. Personally. Of course. Sure. Could you pick a favorite song from there?
Oh man, favorite song. I probably had to say Evolve. Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Cause it showed, like, you know what I'm saying, my penmanship, like lyricism, like, and I feel like that's a lost art.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying. And I don't want to say like the rap game dumbed down, but it's kind of like more beats, 808s, drops, like, you know what I'm saying, club type,
the vibe,
like, you know what I'm saying, vibey like type. And I feel like that jump, like, really, like, you know what I'm saying, it just showed me like as a, like, who I really am, like when I can really get in my bag, like writing. But yeah, I love that song, and it's levels to it too. Like I talk about from being in high school all the way to college to now. So, yeah,
kind of like showed your journey on there.
Exactly, and a lot of people appreciate it, and like that surprised me too. So that let me know, like, it's an audience for that too. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's an audience for still like rapping, like, still like getting your pen off, like, so. For sure.
Of course, I think like you were saying, even with you, you're a fan of both. Like, you know, some people want to hear like, you know, the more conscious, you know, rap more often than others, but at the same token, they still want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? And there's people who want, you know, the vibe stuff all the time. But it's, you know, again, balance. You got to find it. I do know, like, so I saw Two Sides to Every Story, the Beginner's Luck Project, the Wreck Project. What was that about?
The Wreck jump, I be like ready to take that down. I don't know why, but like, I fuck with it, but it was like, I feel like it was pressured upon me, like, to make some music. Like, it was like
kind of like a rush thing or something. You feel like
bro, we ain't heard nothing from you in a while. Like, and there was a lot of people in my ear like, go ahead, drop your song, bro. And I really ain't like take my time. It was some dude, like, I was coming up and I was rapping. He was like, bro, like, he ain't famous or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Dude named Fat Eric. Matter of fact, shout out Fat Eric. And he told me, like, this stuck with me today. He like, bro, take your time with your music. Like, don't rush anything. And with that project, I rushed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I regret it. There's some good music up there, but it's just like, put it like this. You can see the transition from No Beginner's Luck to Two Sides on that Wreck project. Like, you can see where I was going with it, you know what I'm saying, how Two Sides kind of got made.
So you was kind of like in the middle of like growing from the first joint, getting to Two Sides. Exactly. Okay, I feel it. That makes sense. I feel like with me, and I create music too, and it just feels like I'm in that similar place now where it's like I have things or like music that I want to put out just because I haven't in a long time, but I don't want to rush it, and I know that could be detrimental, and I want, like, whatever else I put out next, it has to be like the perfect piece of work, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So don't rush it.
Exactly.
Don't rush it.
And I've heard that from people too. And it's like you kind of feel pressure because you haven't put nothing out in a long time. You over here performing all these old joints that everybody know already, so it's like you kind of want to, but it's like I wasn't ready. And like for me personally, this like past year, it was just been like a lot of growth. So I feel like I'm in a different space now, and I'm ready to like come with a different perspective now. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be right. So I understand where you're coming from with that one. For sure. And then regardless of like, you know, everything that you've been through or You know, life comes at you fast for sure. But like, when you think of like your future and you think of where you want this to go, is it just music that you're trying to do, or do you want to branch out? Like we was talking earlier, no limits. Like, do you have other ideas of things you want to do too?
Yeah, we got clothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We want to, you know what I'm saying, eventually like have our own label. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And bring people up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how they doing it in Atlanta. Like when one person get on,
Yeah.
they just bringing each other up under their umbrella.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Having our own label, having our own clothing, you know what I'm saying? Just reaching out to the community. My biggest thing, like, and it sound like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just kicking this shit, but my biggest thing, like, for me, like, when I make it, like, it's just to give back to the community, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, to help people. That's
Right.
one of my, that's what brings me joy, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I feel that.
Sure.
That's I think like for people who do want to make it big, I think that's an important thing to
Yeah.
keep with you, like,
Exactly.
because like I feel like when you walk into your purpose and like
Yeah.
I feel like certain things are already yours.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I feel like God's like, yeah, that's yours. You just got to walk in your life,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And like once you get there, I think it's easy to forget where you come from and forget like how you felt back then, where you wanted to reach back and help the people.
Right.
And I think it's so important to remain conscious of that through your journey and just like doing a little bit. Like I feel like you can always help people
For
here
sure.
and there, and just do a little bit every time you can. So
And I try to stay grounded, like,
yeah,
like and shit. It ain't where it's like, you know what I'm saying. I wish it would be, but it's picking up, like, and every day. So like I said, somebody posting my shit or somebody like, you know what I'm saying, talking highly of me. So like I try to like to keep me level, like, you know what I'm saying, cause a lot of motherfuckers, like a lot of people weird, like they getting like to this stage and they just act weird, like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They act like they not people no more. They act
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, like,
That's
and I
real
just be
shit.
like, bro, like.
Relax.
That's why I can't, like that's why I can't really hang with a lot of rap like motherfuckers or like
Right.
try to kick it like that, cause they just be on some weird shit, and I just
Yeah.
like to stay around my people, stay level headed. Like if I go out, like I be on some chill shit. Like I don't want nobody to be talking to me about music. Like I just
Right.
like want to kick it with my
be
folks.
normal, just kick shit.
Yeah, like
Yep.
I don't want to be coming up to me, yo, me get
Right.
16. Like no, bro, let me relax, you know, like real shit. So
One day, bro, you gonna have like
Yeah.
fans coming up to
Yeah.
you, and I think like I was watching Wale, you know how he dropped this tape.
Yeah.
I was watching his interview with some of it. I ain't finished it, but like he was just talking about how like he personally deals with like anxiety and depression and all that
Exactly.
shit, and he don't really do well with fans coming up to him.
Yeah.
He makes it seem like it's like for himself and like his illnesses or whatever, it's like a super burden for him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't speak on that man's mental
Yeah.
health, but I feel like he also has to remember, and I feel
Yeah.
like he's trying to also remember that like it's a blessing to have these people that
Exactly.
want to
And that's-
engage with
yeah,
you. Like
exactly.
that's a precious thing. So
Right. And that's what you gotta remember. So like I said, I try to stay level with it.
Mhm.
Like at the same time, who wouldn't love it? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Somebody appreciating what you do.
right,
But at the same time, I gotta stay like level and humble with it. Cause like if I don't, then when it really kick off, like how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you know how you not gonna be like sane with it. You gonna just carry it. So
yeah,
yeah, that's one of the biggest things, like for sure.
right. I'm curious too here, like what are you currently like working on? Because we was talking earlier, and you was just up, came from the 7-5 to come here and do the interview. So, I know you cooking on something.
Oh, yeah.
I know you are.
Yo, I've been cooking, man. I've been waiting so long. Like I gotta get my business and shit straight as far as like
Right.
trademarking a lot of shit, copywriting a lot. There's like a lot of business going to it. Like the
Right.
motherfuckers that don't really like see behind the scenes, and they just like,
Right.
man, you need to drop that music. I'm like, man, you gotta get this right. You gotta
Take time to get all the paperwork right.
Cause now like I'm starting to see residual from like stuff I'm doing. Like so like. People like starting to notice, and anytime people can take your name, like if you don't have your shit copyrighted, if you don't have your music copyrighted, so there's a lot of stuff going there. But for sure, I'm working on this tape. I don't know what to call it yet,
Right.
but man, this shit gonna be so crazy.
Right.
Like, it's, man, like, and I ain't just saying that because it's mine. I would listen to some shit coming up here. Like,
Yeah.
man, I gotta get this on.
Right.
Like for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Do you
for
have
sure.
like a time frame for it, or you just letting it be what it is
I
until you get closer to it?
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
might drop it soon.
Right.
Like probably 2 months.
Right.
I want to drop it before the new year. Put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
So before the new year, I'm gonna go ahead and try to
have
drop
some.
that. Yeah, for sure.
That'll be lit too, because then when the new year roll out, you got music to pressure with.
Exactly.
You can just
You
hit the
got shit.
scene.
Yeah,
Spring break's coming up. You going, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You can get college. You know what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
can book. You
Yeah.
know, get booked for different stuff with that
Sure.
new content. So that's tough.
Big facts.
Yeah, that's what's up. But would you relate the new music to anything old you've done, or is it completely fresh?
Man, it's completely fresh.
Completely fresh.
And I try to like stay like be conscious of how I started, like, and keep like people in mind, but it's just like I'm gonna keep y'all in mind, but I gotta get this off, like, you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
this whole new vibe like I'm in, cause like my music, it just be how like just me like evoking like where I'm at in life, like my current state in life. Like that's what my music be over a certain period of time. Like I can't fake like nothing. Like I can't just be like go in the studio, let me make this song. Like I gotta be feeling that way. Like,
Right.
So
Man.
yeah,
And that's
for
why
sure.
that's why I was saying, like, you can tell it's like all organic.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
that's important. Like, in my opinion, with artistry, like, you have to keep it organic.
You got
People
to.
are going to be able to tell when it's not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
when
saying?
it's
If it's
from-
not
yeah,
real, you can. It's just you can hear it in somebody's voice
Facts.
when they spit it. It's coming from a real place.
Yeah.
So like that's definitely important. You know,
Fact.
to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So you say you're gonna try to drop that. You know, by year's end here.
For sure.
2020 is coming up, right?
Yeah.
Any goals, any specific festivals you want to be a part of, any specific I don't know, number of video, like any specific goals that you have for yourself for the next year that you want to make sure that you accomplish, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. About 2 years ago, I set out like a plan, like to be at the BET Awards, and I was actually at the BET Awards, like, you know what I'm saying? This like last, but like shit be so crazy, like it wasn't even no goal. Like I tweeted, I'm like, yeah, BET Awards in 2 years, like that was like 2016,
Right.
2017. Just like whenever the BET was, like 3-4 months ago, I was there. Like,
Yeah.
Like at all the after parties, all the like little club events. I wasn't actually at the awards, but I was like.
It's
here.
more than just the awards. Though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was, and people don't see that I was here with several artists. Like me and K Camp was like waiting to go to the bathroom together. Like
That's
damn.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like,
Kept cold.
Exactly. K, like it was a lot of motherfuckers like that I just chopped it up with.
Yeah.
Like, so like, man, like I gotta write down the plan. Like,
Man.
and I be on the go so much. Like, but yeah, hopefully Rolling Loud soon. I'm saying not even I ain't gonna short myself, but
Right.
perform soon. But just go there. I'm saying be behind the scenes. Like, I'm plugged in with a couple of people that like know these, like, you know what I'm saying, different ways to get in the game and
Right.
shit. So
Right.
yeah, for sure. Y'all gonna see me at a lot of places, and it's, you know what I'm saying, and it ain't me, it's God. Like it's the big God for sure.
That's what's
So,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's tough, man. I know you got it, bro. You got it. You
Appreciate
on your way. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
it.
That's tough. I look forward to seeing that too for you.
For sure.
Lastly here, I just want to see, like, in 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Where you see yourself?
10 years. Oh man.
That's a little bit of time, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like, where you...
10 years, I see myself with a label. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like on my last leg of my little career.
Right.
Like as far as rap. 'Cause I don't like, you don't want to do this forever. Like
Yeah, you want to be 50 out here.
Yeah.
Rapping,
You know what
bro.
I'm
You trying to
saying?
cool
Like,
out.
But yeah, probably like with a label. You know what I'm saying? Giving back to my community, man. My community is so like almost cursed, I want to say. Like a lot
Right.
of people just been passing, dying.
Yeah.
I just want to put a spotlight like on my little town, like, and just people who in need. Like I want to be a person of, like, you know what I'm saying, refuge, to give back to the community, like to be able to help people, not just,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to actually help, not just like, all right, bro, let me give you a little $20, like
Right.
actually help a community
And
like,
impact them.
Exactly. So
Yep.
I don't know where I'm gonna be, but I just know I'm gonna be impacting like a mass amount of people. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
that's one of my goals. Like that's what I feel inside my heart. So
Word.
for sure.
That's tough, bro. Yeah, that's what's up. I think that's that's a dope thing to, like, for someone to not just want to make it for themselves,
Yeah,
but to also
exactly.
have the heart to want to give back
Yeah.
to their community and people that have impacted them.
So
That's dope. And I think, like with me, growing up, I think that was instilled in me from my parents. Like just being in church, we always used to do like community service, going to older people's homes, raking their leaves, and just like the real labor for real too. You know what I'm saying? But just remembering like you're not better than these people. It don't matter how much money you get. how much fame you acclaim, you still a person at the end of the day. And you should always lead with love, man. So
and people get that confused, like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying like you don't want to be rich. Like,
yeah,
you
of
don't
course.
want to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want these accolades, but
right.
after the accolades, what mean more than the accolades for me is just like what I, you know what I'm saying, said previous, like just helping people.
Right.
Cause like, man, it's a million people out here that just need help.
Yep.
Like, just need a light. Like, I
Yep.
just want to be that light for a lot of people.
Yep.
For sure.
It's one thing to like get the money, but it's like, all right, what
Yeah.
you gonna do with it?
Exactly.
Once you take care of your responsibilities, your family, and you got it to give,
Exactly.
it's like I can't tell nobody what to do with their money. But I know, like for me, I'm gonna want to, you know, give back. Like I feel like being able to bless people is a blessing for, you know, you within yourself. So
I be seeing
that's
people
tough.
with like $200,000 chains. I be like, damn. Mentally, like, I don't know where I'm gonna be at. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I might do cop a $200,000 chain.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it right now. Like little shit
Right.
like that. It don't appease me. Like, I love like fashion and shit. I love dressing. I love, you know what I'm saying? All
Right.
that shit. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like two sides to every, like,
Yeah.
two
Balance.
sides to every. I feel like it's two sides to every person for sure.
Facts. Yeah. I think like with the jury, like, I'm more subtle anyway, so
Yeah,
the
exactly.
fat pieces is like I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't ever do nothing like
That's what I
that.
be saying. And
Anyways,
nigga be like, man, alright.
till you get it right.
They be like, alright, we gonna see, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's just not me. Like,
I wouldn't want to wear it. If I get it, it would be that just
Yeah.
have. But it's like I
Exactly.
wouldn't. I feel like with mine, jewelry, shoes, and anything,
Yeah.
even now, like if I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna wear it. Like,
Exactly.
why am I buying it if I'm not about to sport it? So I feel that, bro. But those are, you know, that's pretty much that's it here. I'm glad we actually got to chop it up. We've been trying to do this for like a couple months now. Schedule's crazy, so. But yeah,
appreciate
bro.
you for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You got a fan here for sure, my guy.
Appreciate it.
I love it. You
Same
know what I'm
way.
saying?
Same way.
Keep grinding.
Already.
Appreciate you coming out here. I know you had to drive or whatever. So, all right, y'all. Like I said, this is Tay Marie here with Duce. Why not Duce? We're gonna wrap this one up.
Yeah,
See y'all soon.
already.
Hell yeah. Appreciate that,
That
bro.
was tough, man.